my dear students! The topic of today's video lesson is learning languages. Firstly, I'm going to share with you some quotes about foreign languages, and we will talk about the importance of language learning. Then, we will proceed to phrasal verbs. And of course, to practice, we will do some exercises. Lastly, I will share some language learning apps with you. So let's begin, as we have a lot of material to learn.
To learn a language is to have one more window from which to look at the world. Those who know nothing of foreign languages know nothing of their own. With languages, you are at home anywhere. So, these quotes show how great it is to know a foreign language. Personally, I like these quotes a lot and I found them thoughtful. Please decide which one you like the most and why. Write down 2-3 sentences to express your opinion. For example, I found the last quote the most interesting and meaningful. The author of the quote reveals that if you can speak a foreign language, you will understand other people. And you will be understood by them as well. Moreover, I think that, and so on.
So now let's proceed to the benefits of learning languages. In the 21st century, knowing a second language is not only beneficial but also necessary for successful life. The ease of global travel and the internet have collapsed the barrier of distance. So if you still have doubts whether to start learning a new foreign language or whether to spend more time on learning English, then listen to the following benefits.
You will have better memory. You will have better listening skills. Your attention span will improve. You will have higher verbal and non-verbal intelligence. You will be better at multitasking. You will be more creative. You will enhance your career opportunities. You will think faster. You will make new friends. You will become a better decision maker. You will increase your general vocabulary. You will be more aware of other cultures.
Now, I would like to ask you to write down all the highlighted phrases because they are very useful and I would like you to learn them.
So, attention span. Концентрація уваги. Verbal and non-verbal intelligence. Вербальна та невербальна грамотність. Тямовитість. Multitasking. Одночасне виконання завдань. Enhance your career opportunities. Збільшити кар'єрні можливості. Decision maker. Той, що приймає рішення. General vocabulary. Тобто словниковий запас не тільки тієї мови, що вивчається, а й загалом. Be more aware of. Бути більш обізнаним.
So now we will work with your memory. I would like you to learn some new phrasal verbs. And in order to memorize them better, we will do some exercises.
Brush up. To practice and improve your skill or your knowledge. Pick up. To learn. Make out. To understand. To distinguish. Focus on. To give a lot of attention to one particular person, subject, or thing. Drift off. To gradually start to sleep. Hand in. To give something to the teacher. Note down. To write something so that do not forget it. Look up. To search for something in a book, dictionary. Rub off on. To influence on someone. Go on. To talk in an annoying way about something for a long time. Put off. To discourage, to make you dislike something or not want to do something. Turn up. To arrive at a place. So now the first exercise. You have to fill in phrasal verbs. Some people new vocabulary very quickly. Yes, you are right. Some people pick up new vocabulary very quickly. If someone speaks very fast, it's difficult to individual words. If someone speaks very fast, it's difficult to make out individual words. My partner and on and never gives me a chance to speak. Yes, right. My partner goes on and never gives me a chance to speak. I couldn't help in the middle of that lecture. It was so boring. What do you think? I couldn't help drifting off in the middle of that lecture. It was so boring. I need on my English before I go to London. Yes, I need to brush up on my English before I go to London. I always new words so I can look at them later. Hope you have chosen the right one. I always note down new words so I can look at them later. If the other students in the class aren't very enthusiastic, it can on you. If the other students in the class aren't very enthusiastic, it can rub on you. You need to your topic form before the exam. What do you think? You need to hand in your topic form before the exam. Sometimes I need to words in the dictionary. Remember what is about searching something in the dictionary? Yes, right, look up. Sometimes I need to look up words in the dictionary. I studied a lot of grammar at school. Now I need to my speaking. I studied a lot of grammar at school. Now I need to focus on my speaking. If everyone in the class is better than you, it can. Yes, you are right. If everyone in the class is better than you, it can put you off. I didn't to class last week because I was ill. What do you think? I didn't turn up to class last week because I was ill. And the second exercise. The task remains the same. You have to fill in phrasal verbs. So I will give you some minutes to look through the texts. I love learning English. I took class 10 minutes early so I can get a seat at the front and I always my homework on time. I love learning English. I turn up to class 10 minutes early so I can get a seat at the front and I always hand in my homework on time. My best friend loves English too. I think her enthusiasm on me. My best friend loves English too, and I think her enthusiasm rubs off on me. She speaks much better than me, but it doesn't put me off. I usually new words quickly, but I have to the difficult ones and look up in a dictionary after class. I usually pick up new words quickly, but I have to note down the difficult ones and look them up in a dictionary after class. Sometimes I find it difficult too. What native speakers are saying, so now I suppose I need to on my listening. Sometimes I find it difficult to make out what native speakers are saying, so now I need to focus on my listening. And now the next text. I don't know why to my English class. I don't know why I turn up to my English class. I could more studying online. I could pick up more studying online. It's hard to make what the teacher is saying because he speaks so fast. It's hard to make out what the teacher is saying because he speaks so fast. He goes on and on about grammar, and He goes on and on about grammar, and I always drift off. It's easier to more communicative activities because they're useful for real life. It's easier to focus on more communicative activities because they're useful for real life. All the written exercises. Me. All the written exercises put me off. I should on the first conditional for the exam next week, but I would rather watch paint dry. I should brush on the first conditional for the exam next week, but I'd rather watch paint dry. So now we will talk about learning styles, and you will find out which is your learning style. And with the help of this, you can learn more productively. Many people recognize that each person prefers different learning styles and techniques. So now an overview of learning styles. They are visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. So who is the visual learner? If you use the visual style, you prefer using images, pictures, colors, and maps to organize information and communicate with others. You can easily visualize objects, plans, and outcomes in your mind's eye. You also have a good spatial sense, which gives you a good sense of direction. You can easily find your way around using maps, and you rarely get lost. Who is the auditory learner? Auditory learning means that a student learns most effectively by listening. They would prefer listening to a lecture over reading a book, or hearing the instructions for a project instead of figuring it out hands-on. For example, a visual learner will want to see an example of a project, while someone who has an auditory focus will prefer to hear about the project. And the last one, kinesthetic learner. So who is a kinesthetic learner? The characteristics of a kinesthetic learner are that they need a multi-sensory learning environment for deep learning, as they learn through doing. They learn through movement, they enjoy sports and physical activity, and they become easily bored in a traditional classroom. So each person has different learning preferences and styles that benefit them. Some may find they even have a dominant learning style, others that they prefer different learning styles in different circumstances. There is no right or wrong answer to which learning style is best for you, or mix of learning styles. By discovering and better understanding your own learning styles, you can employ techniques that will improve the rate and quality of your learning.
Now more than ever, people who want to learn a new language are searching for language learning apps. In recent years, a lot of language apps have appeared on the market, promising to teach you a new language in a few weeks. All you need to do is to dedicate 20 minutes a day and to practice. So now I would like to advise you some learning apps that are considered to be the most useful and effective ones.
Babbel, Duolingo, MemoWord, Busuu, Tandem.
You might already know and use these apps, but if not, I hope that you will try them and learn something new. So, your home assignment will be to express your opinion about the quotes that were mentioned at the beginning of the lesson, and of course, to learn new phrasal verbs. Thank you for your attention. Hope you enjoyed the lesson, learned something new, and haven't missed any important information. Have a nice day. Bye.